Hello my friends and welcome back. I'm Chisgule Gaming, and in today's video, sponsored by the makers of Rise of Kingdoms, we're going to quickly jam our way through the Armament Reveal Thyself event, going all the way up to the highest tiered reward, which, by the way, is the 1,200 tickets. So let's just line those up. I got a few extras. It is what it is. We slam the 60,000 gems, enter my password, and we get after it. Now, if you are subscribed to the channel, firstly, thank you for your ongoing support. I appreciate you. Also, consider joining my Discord server, discord.gg/Chisgule. But if you are subscribed, you know that there's a technique you can use where you go in and you try to actually hand pick the armament for when you're on your way to one of these pity rolls. And in this case, the thing that we will be looking for would be a pity at what? I am 49 armaments away. So this is actually probably going to happen in this video, but I've never got it to work successfully where I get all the way down to 0 or really 1, and then I pick the armament I want that's got an inscription, and then like boom, I get like, theoretically you could get exactly sort of what you want with enough gems and tickets in here, but I've never had that success, okay? So the real goal, as I understand it, is to get the tiered rewards, and if there's anything specific you need, like I really need all damage, I need it in a scroll slot, and I need it to be legendary, you know, we'll see. I also could use it in a flag slot. But anyways, the thing that you do with this event is you try to maximize your fodder, and you do that by buying the cheaper stuff, not the more expensive stuff. You only buy the expensive stuff if you really, really know it's exactly what you need. And, you know, for me at this stage of my account, I would pay 20 to get a guaranteed legendary and roll the dice on everything. But this is 6 extra tickets. It's infantry, but I honestly don't care. That's not what's important to me. If it was all damage, I'd care, but it's even not. It's health, so it's guaranteed to not be what I need. So I'm going to be doing a bunch of gem spending today to get those refreshes to get what I need, and that's kind of the game plan. Maximize the number of legendaries by pulling cheap ticket reveals. Some of them will flip legendary. Most will not, but some will. Okay, either way, I'm getting the currency I need for exchanges for more transmutation stones. Here could flip legendary all damage. It didn't. Tragic. And the reason I'm looking for the all damage here is that I have a legendary inscription I'm waiting to apply. I just need a worthy armament to put it on. And I have all these health armaments from when that was meta. But now I want an all damage one because that's what's cool, and I don't have one. So here we are. When I say that's what's cool, what I really mean is that when the developers changed the crystal technology, it changed the balance of what is most relevant. Therefore, the relative value of health went down since we got more sources of it in the form of the new crystal technology. And therefore, I am better off putting a sort of special inscription on a armament with all damage. That's like the theory that's, popular at the moment. The flavor of the day, if you will. There are still situations where theoretically you'd really want, like, hey, I need, as much health as possible. I just need to live. But a lot of people aspire to live through damage. Speaking of which, nope. Didn't get what I needed. I say I would pay extra to know it's a scroll. Sure, I'll buy that. The real money makers, it's going to be these all damage ones where the all damage is already in there. Hopefully those flip. That would be absolutely amazing. But we'll see. And either way, I'm slowly and steadily building toward my pity, which hopefully as a payoff. The funny thing is that the triple statted armaments here are actually not as good as the all damage armaments anymore. So even the tiered rewards have kind of dropped in value here in a non-trivial way. I'll open it anyways. It's triple stat. It's going to be low anywho. Yeah. Okay. We'll quack this bad boy. We got, yeah, not what I need. Away we go. New tiered reward. Let's go. Okay, all damage over here could be value. It isn't. This other one, 4 tickets for calves and all damage, flip legend. Darn it. It went scroll, but needed it to go legend. And the rest of this floor is pretty straightforward. I'll air the same feedback I gave long ago, which is that an open all button for this event will be pretty clever. A way to sort of speed this up at like 10 times the speed at which I currently do this. Not literally that, but you know, like, yeah, to do this faster would be nice. What I'm trying to say. But whatever, we get more time to just hang out and chat. What do you want to chat about? Do I want to pay the 6 extra tickets for this information? I didn't on the prior floor. It's even Archer Health. I'm like guaranteed to not get what I need here. It's just gem. Ooh. So here's what's kind of interesting. If I get an instrument here, I know it's not going to be my pity, probably. Double infantry's cool, but not cool enough to roll on that armament, I think. Like, what would it even need to be to be good? It would have to be like a double inscription, which it's probably not going to be. Right? And even then, if any one of these is on the health spot, attack and defense, I don't know. Do I go for that? I think there's no world in which I do. Like, this is a beatable armament. I could do better than this, but it's respite and fit, which is pretty legit. That's my worst one, I think. Right? Then from there, we're looking at the fancy stuff. So, where is my fancy stuff? Oh, it's on. Okay, interesting. You know, am I going to beat this? Mid stat rolls. Sucks to suck, but, you know, legendary inscription. And then over here, right? Like, am I beating this? So, I just, 38 tickets. I don't think that's where it's at, right? Too much has to be true. So, I think we can free refresh this floor. All right? It is what it is. Now, the funny thing is that, you know, this is an expensive one. It's got an inscription. Gosh, would I go for that? I don't know. Kind of expensive. I would pay 2 extra tickets. Like, kind of sucks to know that it's the instrument slot over there. But, you know, I'd consider it. This is what I really want with an all damage on there. The funny thing is I remember being in a live stream and I passed over it. And someone was like, Chisgule, you should not have done that. I was like, no, I got a bunch of armaments already. I do have a bunch of 1.9s. But, you know, I want the 2.0, the full roll on the all damage. If there's ever a time to be greedy, it's with your legendary inscriptions, especially because I'm not in KVK anyways. So I have an opportunity here to have a little bit of greed about it. Now, this is interesting. I'm very interested in the scroll slot. Paying 8 extra for that kind of sucks. And I already have legendary inscriptions on all 3 of my infantry in that slot. So actually, unironically, I shouldn't pull it. Which means I shouldn't pull several of these. I shouldn't pull this one either. Whoopsies. Why does clicking there do that? I shouldn't pull either of these. I should do the refresh on this floor. But I can do this one, I guess. 2 extra tickets to get a legendary one. We'll do the refresh here. We get challenged by the same situation again. What a yikes. Do I do big refreshes on this floor too? Thankfully, like, they give you a lot of free refreshes, but I think that calculus is about to change. And I'm only 300 tickets in. So, yeah, this is going to get spicy. I also kind of wish I could auto-recycle a bunch of these guys. But I'll just, you know, it's a couple clicks. I'll get it afterwards, right? So do I crack these following my own logic, or do I just... Oh, it's health too. I think we refresh. I really want all damage. This one, I think I refresh this floor for sure. I have 2 legendary inscription cavalry instruments. I get that it's got a inscription on there, but forget about it, you know? As I sip on my green tea over here, you boy Cheese. You know, it is funny. I learned recently, once again, about, you know, microplastics. Hi. And I was already very familiar that, like, oh yeah, like, obviously you're not supposed to heat stuff up in plastic, because, you know, the microplastics will get you or whatever. Do I roll this? I think I just gem it. And so anyways, what I didn't know is that apparently most tea bags are made with freaking plastic, which is insane to me because it just looks like a mesh or whatever, but it's not some sort of cloth. They make them with plastic. So tea, unironically, is one of like the greatest sources of microplastics for most people, which is like, honestly should be illegal in my opinion, how that all worked out, especially down the road when science has all this evidence demonstrating just how bad microplastics are. But yeah, so we switched to loose tea and didn't get the all damage. I paid extra for the attack because I actually do want archer stats, but didn't get all damage. I mean, didn't get anything out of it, really. Watchman. Yeah, I mean, this is pretty junky. Okay. Ooh, infantry plus all damage on that one? The problem is that it's that slot, right? Like, what am I supposed to do with this slot? There's no legendary inscriptions that you can put onto the accessory slot. Or emblem slot, I guess, right? So what am I supposed to do with that? It either rolls with Hardy, but even then I already have one for that slot. Or I already have 2 legendary inscriptions there. It would need to be a blue inscription and it has to roll like right here, right now, which is almost certainly not going to be the case, right? Like all but guaranteed to not happen. So if we get a look here, how close are we? 35 away. I'm very close. I'm at the point where sometimes you just get it. If this was a rare inscription, would I be happy? I mean, I think the answer is yes. So we're really taking a gamble here. I'm going to do it. Wow. No inscription, though. Damn. 1.7 all damage. I mean, I'll lock it for now, but could have been cool. Didn't quite get to the finish line. Story of my life with armaments. Okay. Oh my God. That's 70? That armament is 70? Holy. Probably going to pass on that one. Probably just going to pay the gems to just continue on this plan of doing it exactly how I'm doing it. I am likely over the course of this video to get the rare inscription, which is kind of hype. I mean, I've literally given up hope that I would get, you know, it all to line up the way that I really want, but we'll kind of see here. I'm paying 6 extra tickets to know that it's infantry, which I can get the reset for free if I go for it. I think at this point my gem cost is going to go up and up and up and up and up, that I probably just pay the extra tickets here. And call it a day, and it just is what it is, you know? It be what it be, and we go from there. I also need to do this all over again on my small account, by the way. I really need to convert gems into value on that account before the first fight, and this is what we've got. So, you know, I could pretty easily, as you can see here, pop 60,000 gems into this thing and kind of see where it goes. Okay, this floor with the archers. This is the same situation as the last floor, where it's like, well, you know, I could have done the free refresh, but if the gem cost here ends up going up to 200, 300, once it's up to 300, I may as well have actually just pulled this armament for the 6 ticket cost. So I should reserve the refreshes for where they're really needed more. And we are at the halfway point, kind of a W, right? I think in my perfect world, I'd probably get this slot as the rare inscription. It would be that accessory slot right here. You know, this is irrelevant because I can't put anything good on that because it's an accessory. I keep saying accessory. Yeah, that's what it is, right? Whatever. Ooh, 12 tickets? Oh, it's got health. I mean, I'm just going to do the whole floor anyways, I think. We have once again reached the point where Chisgule really wants an open all for the floor. That would do the thing I really want, is to like accelerate the process of this. I wonder if the developers haven't added it specifically because you're really supposed to do it more like how I'm doing it here. Where you're really supposed to be trying to get a very precise thing. But I don't know, I feel like if the event was really supposed to do that, it'd be a little easier to do, you know? Look, I mean, I've never got it to work, truthfully, so maybe it's just a me thing. Okay, and then I'm going to go for this. We really want the all damage. We didn't get it. It is what it is. I've already got a great one with all damage in that slot for whatever it's worth. And 500 to go. This would be an open all floor, but no open all button. And let's swing through here. I really haven't gotten too many things that are noteworthy with the all damage. Certainly not anything in the scroll, not anything in the flag, which is really what we're here for. So we're building toward pity, and it is what it is, and eventually we'll get there. Unfortunately, pity always seems to come around that 8+ mark for me. Technically, it's not pity, but like somewhere between 8 and pity, I get the legendary inscription. 8 is, what? 8 times 150 legendary armaments. Here we go. What do we do with this floor? Yeah, I'm going to open all. I think I could gem refresh this, and it would be kind of reasonable, but, you know, we're really talking about an inefficiency here of a pretty small number of tickets. I mean, I don't know. Technically speaking, I probably should gem refresh this floor. I think that would be right, actually. Because I've got 2 armaments here, right? The gem refresh is the equivalent of 2 tickets. And I have 12 tickets of inefficiency on the floor. Gem refreshes will get up to, like, you know, at least 300 gems for me, but I think I'm doing pretty good on that. This is archer health too. Yeah. I mean, this is kind of exactly what I want. This is really not. I'm gonna open them. Maybe it flips rare inscription. It would be huge if it did. Okay, trash and okay, slightly inefficient. Could have been worse. All right. Strategic gem refreshes are really where it's at. 88? 88 tickets? Oh my god. I really don't want it to be. I actually do not want it to be a scroll that I get with my rare inscription. I do not want it to be scroll. That would just be actively terrible for infantry for me. So even though there's the potential for all damage there, that armament just like really doesn't fit the bill. And 12 for this is pretty expensive as well. I'm just gambling it goes legendary. It didn't. It is what it is. And even if it did go legendary, it would have been pretty bad for me. I shouldn't have taken that one. Okay, 100 gems. We refresh this. All right. We're back at it. All right. Now, we are getting closer and closer to that pity. And when you do get close to pity, in my experience, you get more and more likely to actually just get the sort of legendary, or not legendary, in this case, it'd be a rare inscription. So I think we're very close to potentially getting the rare inscription. So, you know, oh my God, that one was amazing. If it'd been legendary with those rolls, that would have been pretty cool. I mean, I guess I still wouldn't use it. Okay, so this is infantry attack. Let's just take this. And I do actually want to flip to a rare inscription in that slot. Didn't get one. Is what it is. All right, and onward we go. Gosh. This is kind of wild because, like, would I want this? No. Maybe. If it's calves and a rare inscription. Well, that didn't work out. It didn't work out. Decent rolls, though. I'll lock it for posterity, but it's not like I can put, you know, yeah, it's not like I can put an inscription on it and have it go somewhere interesting anyways. Yeah, all right. Well. This one has all damage next, which is kind of nice. That could go somewhere if it flips legendary. It didn't. It flipped scroll. It flipped scroll, which is what I wanted, but whatever. Whatever. Almost done here. All right, we got a scroll, but no bueno. And what have we here? I mean, this one's kind of expensive and not really what I want. We can pull this one first. Don't flip rare. Okay, good. Now what I want and need are really at odds with each other. Like, obviously I want to get the rare inscription, but I don't want it to be on a scroll. So this is an awkward situation. I wouldn't mind it being on the instrument, so I guess I should open that last. We're getting actually remarkably close. I'd probably end up spending extra gems here to keep going beyond the 1,200, just to go all the way to the pity. We might actually just do that if we don't get there with the rare inscription really soon. Because we have to be super close, even though we're not quite there. Oh boy, here we go. Let's see if we get there with the all damage. Nope. All right. Well, this is guaranteed to be the scroll. It's kind of awkward. What? Oh, well, we got all damage, but you know, and robust, but not a legendary inscription. Here we go with 2 legendary armaments here. This is total grab bag. It's completely blind. Not what we need, and not good rolls. And for sure not what we need. Okay, well, we're almost at the finish line. The question is, like, do I just keep going? How close am I? I'm really close. Actually, this is like actually kind of shocking to me. 14 to go. Oh my God. Yeah, we keep going. Actually, we could do this. This is weird. Let's just open this real quick. 13 to go. Right? 13 to go. Okay. We should actually, now we should try. Wait, is this gonna happen? We're at 13, chat. And I guess we just keep going. We should be able to get enough tickets to get to the finish line. So that's fine. 13. Oh my God, this is like really weird. Like we might actually get to do the thing. We're still at 13. I guess I can crack this. Okay. No! No! I can't ever get it to work, man. I tried. I put my heart and soul into it. Chat, I tried. All damage? 0.6. Bro. All damage on a scroll. Come on! Oh, God. All right, chat. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. Bro. 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 Where's my gear at? What the heck am I doing? Bro. Bro, I'm rallying barb forts is what I'm doing, by the way, in case you're actually wondering. In case you're actually wondering. Jeez. Well, chat. See, I got this bad boy, so we're big chilling over here. But I am gonna need something. But the thing is that I got this set that I'm gonna flip over. Assertive is nice. Like, I could just re-roll this attack and, like, honestly, we're kind of chilling. So, yeah. I will say this, that the flag is actually good for Delta specifically, weirdly. It is actually good. I'll show it to you in a minute. First, I just want to show you, we're just going to do rare inscription here. Do I have one that's a good candidate already? I already had that. This is archers. That's no good. No, this is the new one. But, like, I'd have to re-roll all these stats. None of those are acceptable levels. Oh my God. What a graveyard, bro. I would be better off just doing this one. Because this one has a high attack roll, so at least I'm starting with some relevance, and I could get all damage still. Yeah, so I wouldn't even use the one that I got to attempt this maneuver. And the maneuver that we're specifically talking about is, would I rather have assertive 2% damage, which is pretty damn good, or if we hit the codex, for Delta specifically, 1.5% damage resistance is pretty good. I think if I could have had all damage on it, a high all damage roll, I'd consider then using it instead of the health. But, you know, I can't guarantee I'm going to get that. So, yeah, I did not get what I needed this go round. And if I go to recycle, I can show you that with regard to all damage right now, you know, I have a 1.9, so I can put the legendary inscription on this thing and try to roll high archers. But, you know, I'd prefer to get another high all damage one. Because if I want to do a cav one, like, this is a really nice 2.8 cav attack and 1.9 all damage is a really nice starting point. I really don't want to use this one. So, sucks to suck, as they say. The other thing I could do is just go all archers, right? But even if I do that, I gotta re-roll this 2.1 defense to something relevant. Yeah. I could take this one, but I think if I re-roll here, in a worst case, I still have more stats. So, you know, we're kind of chilling for now. It be what it be. Actually, I should do this one. If I'm going to re-roll the middle anyways, I just get a little more health out of this bad boy. You know, not the worst. Little archer health, but archer all damage is really... People are really all about that all damage. So this thing still sits in my inventory. Over a month later. Rotting. GG. Alright, you enjoyed the vid, throw a like on here, subscribe to the channel. Thank you again to the makers of the game for sponsoring the vid. I'll be doing this again, probably on stream soon. On the small account. Because I gotta spend the gems and get value. So we can smash our enemies. Do I still have gems left on my main account? Unironically, running low on gems on the main. Really need to enter a KVK so I can buy all the bundles and get all the things and have all the gems. If I need to, what would I even buy bundle-wise? Oh. Yeah, I mean, I could spend a bunch of money on these over here. I need those. That's how I'm going to get my gems. I need conversion stones. I have 28. Not bad, but I always need more. So if I need gems, I just buy a bunch of conversion stones. Cool. If you want to see other times I've played this event, check the cards in the end screen. And until next time, you have fun smashing your enemies. Take care, everybody.